Hello there. Welcome back. Um, yeah, yesterday was so beautiful. It just felt like such an amazing place to start this month with our spinal movement, the breath, and the hope molecules. So come, let's do some more. So come lie on your back. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor, and just get a sense of your spine as you rest here. The resting of the back of your head, your shoulders, the length of your spine, the way your feet are on the floor. You can choose to have your hands on your lower belly, or you can have your arms long beside you. And then just flatten your lower back down into the floor. And then arch and breathe into your belly. And then flattening your lower back down into the floor and arch and breathe into your belly. So you can breathe in whatever way you like. You can breathe on the movement up. You can breathe on the movement down. We have a visitor, Chico, here. And just feel in your body where the breath moves you or how you connect this movement to the breath. Arching and flattening down. Nice. One more time. Arching and flattening down. So that was the pelvic tilt. So yesterday we were doing the shoulder tilt. So again, reach your arms up towards the ceiling and draw your shoulders backwards. And as you do that, your chest will pop forwards. And then reach your shoulders off the floor, and there'll be a scoop in your chest. Squeeze your shoulders backwards, and then round your shoulders forwards. And just feel that in your body. Squeeze, chest pops forward, round, chest scoops back. Again, like yesterday, you can choose to lift your head or leave your head on the floor. The lifting of the head happens as you reach your fingers upwards. Again, if for any reason you don't like lifting your head off the floor, don't. Or just do one. We're just listening. Great. So we're going to combine those two movements. So the pelvic tilt and the shoulder tilt. So flatten your lower back down and reach your fingers forward. And then arch your back and pull your shoulders backwards. So reach your fingers forward, flatten your lower back down, pull your shoulders backwards, arch into the lower back. And I just feel that you're doing the cat pose on the floor. So the cat pose is where the two ends of the spine are moving in connection. So my shoulders and my bum are moving the same way. So when my shoulders lift off the floor, my bum is rounding forward. When my shoulders pull backwards, my bum pulls backwards. My lower back is doing the opposite. So just focus on your bum and your shoulders. Again, you can lift your head off the floor if you wish, or just leave your head on the floor. And feel that. It's like, oh, yes, this is the cat pose. Nice. Drop your shoulders down. Drop your arms down and just roll up along your spine, pushing your feet steadily into the floor. Roll up and then slowly roll down. And just really feeling the progressiveness of the continuity or just that steady, everyday feeling of connecting into the body. We don't have to make any huge movement on any one day. Instead, we do a little bit every single day. So as you roll up and down along your spine, what's happening today? What speaks to you of that rolling of a rolling pin along your spine, or what speaks to you of comfort, or maybe some discomfort. As always, with any discomfort, slow the movement down, make the movement smaller. You're not pushing into discomfort, you're learning how to manage your body. Nice. Next time you rise, just pause there. Breath, where is it? Really begin to deepen your breath into your belly and feel how the breath lands into you. Nice. And then lowering all the way down, land on the floor. Squeeze your right knee up towards you and really deepen your breath into your belly. Just feel that, the compression of your thigh, the squeeze of your knee. Nice. And then let your left thigh, so your right knee is up towards your chest, let your left thigh fall all the way over till it lands on the floor. My right knee is still somewhere in the air above me, but my left thigh is now on the floor. Reach your right arm long beside you so it's out, and then bring your left hand to your right knee, and the right knee is going to travel. So the right knee is going to travel down towards the left steadily as you move in the beginning, and then it's going to travel back up until it points towards the ceiling or a little bit towards the right. And it's not about the distance that you go to. It's not about anything other than, can you hear what this movement is doing in your body? Can you connect your breath into this movement? Can you really find a sense of smooth, flowing connection into the right hip, left inner thigh, down the deep of the right side of your waist, into your rib cage? The most important part of this movement isn't the knee that's moving, it's the left thigh staying on the floor. The anchoring of the left thigh creates a possibility of feedback. Nice. Bring your right knee over towards the left. Stretch both arms wide, and now the right leg is going to glide up and down. So right knee travels up towards the left shoulder, and then down to foot, up towards the left shoulder, and down to foot. And so as you travel up and down, feel that through the whole of you. And again, if you need to make the movement smaller or go slower, please do. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Just pause in center for a moment. For me now, there's a very big difference between my left and my right. Squeeze the left knee up towards your chest and hug it deeply down. And where's your breath right now? Whenever I start connecting to my breath through a pose, there's this kind of joyful, slightly euphoric feeling that I start getting, which is that, oh, that's right, I'm here. Oh, how wonderful. So notice in your body what the breath does or what feedback it gives you. So reach the left arm along to the side and drop the right thigh down until the right thigh rests on the floor. Left knee is up in the air above you. Bring your right hand to your left knee. And now your left knee will travel. So it's going to travel over towards the right and then a little bit towards center or over towards the left. Right thigh is steady on the floor. Like I was saying yesterday, if for any reason, for example, if that left shoulder right now is catching, then find a place where it's not. Like, how would you adjust your left arm until it's really comfortable? So left knee rises and lowers, and really managing your body as you do this. You're listening to your breath, you're moving in connection. Nice. Left knee is over towards the right. Both arms are wide. Now glide with that knee. Up it goes. And then foot to foot. Knee up towards your right shoulder. Foot to foot. Knee up towards your shoulder. Foot to foot one more time. Knee up towards your shoulder and back. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Now we're going to do the double-sided glide. So drop both knees to the left. Glide your right knee up towards your left shoulder. Both feet to the floor. And you're just gliding from one side to the other. Really hearing your pelvis, your shoulders. If you want to include your upper body a little bit more, bring your arms overhead and you'll start to lengthen into the sides of your rib cage a little bit more. Just hearing, listening, feeling. Nice. And come all the way back to center. Bend both elbows and roll over onto your side and come all the way up into a seated position. So have your knees bent to begin with and your feet are on the floor and your feet are maybe, is that mat distance apart? Probably mat distance apart or a foot and a half apart or so. And then wrap your elbows around your knees and feel like your elbows are supporting you to get taller. And so there's that sense of the support of your arms gives your spine length. And then exaggerate that pull. So pull, 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 and start to get taller, like your sit bones are pushing down a little bit more. The sides of your waist are lengthening, and the top of your head is growing towards the ceiling. Nice. And then round your back. Let all of that relax and drop your nose down in the direction of your belly button. And then arching, lift your chest, pull with your elbows. You can have your hands on your knees if you wish, if for any reason your elbows don't feel like they're far enough away. And just rounding and arching. I've moved to my hands on my knees. I actually get a better pull. Rounding, arching. Nice. One more time. Really flowing into it, feeling your breath. What do you do with your breath as you flow here? What is your spine telling you as you move? Nice. Stretch both legs out long. Now we're going to do hula hoops into our belly. So roll a big circle into your belly. And so this month, very interestingly, the way it's emerging is that it's not about the poses we're doing, it's about what our spine is doing in all the different poses. And then roll your belly in the other direction, really hearing your breath. You're deeply down into your spine, into your belly. Nice. So bring your feet back until they're mat distance apart and a little bit forward in front of you. So we're going to glide from side to side. So drop both knees down towards the left to begin with. So we're in zigzag. So zigzag is where my left thigh and foot have a space, and then my right thigh and foot have a space. I'm not resting my right knee on my left foot. So you can move your right leg back further if you need to. And then bring your hands, one hand to the floor on the left and the other hand to your left calf, maybe your left knee, and then round your back here and then arch. And as you arch, you can look up and forward. So you're just trying to listen to, how do I, with my breath, with intention, round the lower back, scoop my shoulders forward, and then arch my spine and go slowly. This is the most beautiful structure, your spine. So incredibly precious. It's so amazing. But listen to it. What is it telling you? Do you need to make a movement smaller? Can you go a bit deeper? Nice. Come back to center. And then drop both knees down towards the left. Oh, right, sorry. So those of you who don't know, I'm really dyslexic. And so sometimes my lefts and rights get confused. So both knees down towards the right. Right hand is on the floor, left hand, or I'm up on my fingertips. So I'm still long in my arms. I'm not leaning forward to get my hands to the floor. And then arching and rounding. And as I round, I push my fingertips into the floor to give me a bit of feedback. Arching and rounding. And hear your spine. What is your spine telling you? How do you get smoother with your breath? More wholesome with the whole movement of your spine? Is there only one place in your spine moving? Can you gently introduce that your spine will move a little bit more in the pelvis or into the lower back? Can you feel the whole front of your spine lengthening? Can you feel the whole back of your spine lengthening? Nice. Come all the way back to center. So now we're going to glide from side to side and lift our bum up. So you're going to lift both feet off the floor, tuck your left foot a little bit closer and your right foot a little bit further away. So they're kind of stacked a little bit. So left foot is closer on its side and right foot is standing a little bit further away. Both hands come towards the left side and just pause there if that feels like enough, or lift your bum off the floor. And then drop your bum down. Come back to center. Lift both feet up. Draw the right side of your foot in and bring the left foot to the floor. Bring both hands over towards the right. Lift your bum off the floor. Or just keep your hands pushing down and notice where you can't lift your bum off the floor. Lift. Left foot closer, right foot further away. Sometimes just the momentum of the dropping of your feet actually gives you a sense of the momentum that's needed to roll upwards. So we're just traveling from side to side. One of my really deep focuses in the work that I do is, how do we stand up and sit down on the floor? It's so important, and we don't do it much because we sit on chairs all day long. And there was this research done that if we didn't have chairs, we would stand up and sit down 250 times a day off the floor. Nice. We're not going to do all of those today. And then just roll into your wrists and just wiggle your toes. Nice. So we're really building in skills as we go now this time. So bring both hands to the floor into your cat pose. And push down into the floor and then rounding the lower back and arching the lower back. And just feel that. You're keeping the upper body steady by pushing your hands firmly into the floor, creating some space between the shoulder blades. So I'm really quite solid in my upper body as I arch, as I round. I'm really trying to stabilize my upper body. Nice. And then try both. So squeeze your shoulders backwards as you arch, rounding, squeezing, and just feel that, the deep cat of your spine. This is the central movement of the next few days. Nice. As we did yesterday, bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand and only do your lower back this time. So arch your lower back and then round your lower back. Just feel, how do you, like there's going to be tiny bits of movement in this one. It's not a very clear movement sometimes. Rounding, arching, rounding, arching, whole spine. Rounding, arching, rounding, arching. So stretch back, so lengthen the front leg and bring your fingertips on the right a little bit further forward. And then as you glide forward, pull your right elbow back into lawnmower and lean deeply into that right leg. As you lengthen that front leg, reach your right hand forward, touch the floor. As you bend your knee, bend your elbow, leaning into lawnmower. Just travel. Right hand comes forward, right leg lengthens. Right elbow glides back. Lean into your hips. One more time. Forward and back. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Both knees to the floor. Other side. Bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Only your lower back. So just notice, for me on this side, I'm like, wow, I can't move this at all. So just notice, there's these amazing pockets of movement that we can pretend we're moving them because we move other things. And now suddenly I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. Nice. Just feel that. How much can you move your pelvis here? Arching, rounding. And now do the whole spine. And notice how when you do the whole spine, it's not so obvious the places that aren't moving because we are camouflage artists. We're really amazing. We adapt, we hide, we compensate, we do the most amazing things to get around movement. Arching, just feel the glory of your spine as you breathe. Don't forget the breath. Find your breath in this. Move as slow as you need to stay connected. Maybe play that the movement starts from the sacrum and travels slowly up the spine rather than just the whole thing all together. Nice. Stretch out through the left leg and reach the left hand forward. And then bend the left elbow, bend the left knee, leaning into lawnmower. Stretch the left hand forward, left leg long. Bend your left elbow, lean into your hips. And what does your spine do here? We're rounding as we go forward. We're arching as we pull our elbows back. So there is natural movements that our spine will naturally find the most connected way to do it. Rounding as you go forward, arching as you pull back. Nice. Both hands to the floor, both knees to the floor. How super cool. From here, just bring your right foot forward between your two hands. Nice. And rising up. So your left knee is underneath your left hip and both hands are interlocked and gliding forward. And then just rounding your back, tuck your chin under and push your fists as far forward as you can. And then keeping your arms straight, arch your back and look upwards. Rounding your back, push your fists forward, really gliding forward with your arms. And then arching, looking upwards. One more time. Rounding, pausing there. Maybe lean a bit into your hips, maybe not. Really find your spine. Push your hands forward, pull your spine backwards. Draw back through your navel. And down. Nice. Bring your two knees together. Left foot forward. Both hands forward, interlock your fingers. And then rounding your back, push your hands forward as you glide through the spine. And then arching, maybe look upwards. Rounding. Arching. Find your breath. Where's your breath? Rounding. Arching. Again, rounding and pause there. Maybe lean a bit into your hips till you feel more of a stretch through the front of the right thigh. Nice. And release. Both knees to the floor. You can come rest onto your back, or you can come rest down into child's pose. And just find your resting pose. And just feel into your body. Feel all that movement that we did, how it creates a sensation and flow, connectivity, presence, awareness, and hopefully hope molecules that we're mapping a path, one little breadcrumb at a time. And just feel that. It was wonderful yesterday. Got loads of texts from people saying that, oh, I was out walking, creating hope molecules. So awesome. I love it. Just feel. Maybe have a thought about what you're grateful for right now. Or where do you feel gratitude in your body? A sense of stillness, open-heartedness. Nice. So if you have time, you're very welcome to come lie on your back and rest a bit longer. It's always very nice. If not, then move gracefully through your day. Connect to your breath. Build your resources. Go for a walk. And do great things. So I will see you all tomorrow for another day of flow. Thanks for joining me.